So that was a 20 there. I rolled a 5. That's a 20.
Yep.
Okay. And the third attack is also a 5, so it's another 20 damage.
Okay. So you literally just like swing your weapon in a spinning arc, and like as the enemies move towards you, you just kind of like slash downward, kick the blade, like let out a howl and stab into another one, and then spin the weapon around. And with the not even with the back end, you go to swing with the back end, but you pivot the blade against your arm and kept the back of the guy's throat, flip him over, and cut about a half inch into his neck.
Goddamn.
And these figures, now just that one is left. These two are all destroyed by Satanja's furious onslaught of attacks. Immediately following that, it goes back to Cyrano, who moves, back to Kellen, who has already moved. We move again to Lundquist. The rest of the armies that haven't moved will advance forward, gathering up with your group.
Well, I'm going to take out, hopefully, the rest of the kobolds.
Sounds good. Moving up.
Yeah. So I get 3, right?
Yep, and then the Zentarum are going to assist you as well.
21.
20.
21.
Yep.
No. I rolled a 1.
Kobolds are crippled. You rolled a 1.
With the
It's a miss.
So I got an 11.
11? Yeah, you miss.
Oh well.
But your first 2 attacks hit?
Yeah.
Okay, so you rush up to 2 of the kobolds. Your blood axe cleaves one of their heads straight off, and you just kind of flip the blood axe into the air, and then you kind of like spring down to your legs and leap up into the air, and literally roundhouse kick the axe, and it goes spinning and it embeds itself into the face of another kobold, splitting his face apart. You kill that guy. You kind of like try to pick up your axe and you try to get off another hit, but one of the kobolds just like shoots a bolt at you and you manage to just like bat it away with your axe instead of managing to get the momentum of the swing off. So your third attack will miss. The Gentarum then rush up beside you, and Nagar goes, "Don't worry, Lundquist, I'll save you." And he rushes up and starts, like, all of the Gentarum soldiers kind of like slink into the shadows around it, start stabbing and slicing at all of the kobolds. Nagar like stabs the one next to you and then turns around and shield bashes another one in the face, lunging her off the cliff. And all that remains is one lone kobold. Lundquist takes a couple of advancing steps forward and backs into the edge of the cliff as the Gentarum kind of just surround. The Gentarum now like reasonably damaged, but still like half of their forces are left, and the guard's right behind you, and he's just like, "That's right, don't mess with my dwarven friend. Yeah, you fucked with the wrong general. Me, I'm the general."
That's me. It's me.
And he just goes, "Right, Lundquist?"
I'm the captain now.
You tell him. Tell him in Draconic. I don't think he can understand. Hey, can you hear this? Fuck you.
Oh my God.
And yeah, there's literally one kobold that your army, and with the help of Cyrano and Holly, you have slain 119 kobolds. One kobold remains back against the corner. Oh, sorry, you said 117 kobolds. These kobolds are going to actually just like leave. They're just fucking gonna leave it. Yeah, they're just gonna leave that.
I choose life. Thank you.
Yeah, they're just gonna fuck off. They're done. Fuck that.
Peace.
We don't get paid enough. Bye. Just watch most of our tribe get wiped
Calista
out.
saw them. She's like, I could have picked them off, but no.
I think they learned their lesson.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if they didn't, something else will get them.
Exactly.
All right.
I
So,
picked my teeth with bigger enemies.
for all intents and purposes, the kobold army is routed.
There's one.
On Melisana's turn, I'll just
He's
go
gonna
ahead and
fall
do it.
off.
I'll just do this now.
He'll fall
Melisana's
off,
turn.
or
She's going to
just
run
take this
forward. The army of Waterdeep manages to get themselves damaged.
Are you fucking
somehow
kidding me, Ken?
maneuvering around the battlefield. Yeah, I mean, like they like were just on the edge, but they concentrate their fire and finish off that last guy. The defense
The army of Waterdeep
is
kind of
routed.
walks too close to the edge and falls.
Yeah, some of them are like, they're kind of like crumpled up and they kind of are injuring themselves moving around. And Melisana looks up at them and she's like, "Stop,
Hammer
stay
time.
there.
And roll.
Ranged attacks off the cliff, focus fire, okay?" And they're all like, well, she casts message and does that on her turn, and they're just like, "Apologies, milady. We will defer to the generals up here." "Please do."
This fucking dingus.
And so they kind of are going to assist the Flaming Fist and kind of capture this area while Lord Volmer and Leosin and the Harpers kind of cover the rest of what remains here. So after that, it goes to Holly's turn.
Can I still see the horn, and is it still functional?
It is functional, but it looks like it's sizzling with black magical energy.
Are there like a bunch of our guys around it?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna yell for them to fucking move.
Get the fuck out of the way!
Jogger, get out of the way!
With that, the soldiers are going to retreat. They'll use their action on that turn. Leosin looks and just goes, okay, and they're going to kind of like pull themselves backwards, just kind of like all the Harpers are going to pull themselves backwards to reacquaint with the group. And he looks, and Lord Volmer just kind of smirks and goes, well, I'll be all right. And he's going to wrap, Lord Volmer's going to wrap his tail before Len's turn around this guy. And he's going to like grab onto the guy's shoulder. The guy's going to stab Lord Volmer in the chest, and he spits up some blood. He just goes,
Plane shift?
I can't die that easy. And right as Holly's arrow flies, he's going to plane shift himself and the guy straight to the 9 hells. This guy's now out of the way. Leosin does an evasive dodge roll and gets himself out of the radius of the attack. They have now moved.
Cormaro's gonna...
The Harpers will not be able to act on this turn, but they are completely out of range of the attack and will not
I'm
suffer.
gonna swoop in above Kurumara so he can give me the help action.
Sounds good. You fly low, kind of pat Kurumara on the head as you like bank back upwards towards the top of it, and Kurumara gives you help. Advantage.
It's either 53 or 106. Which one hits?
It's a 30.
30 hits. This time you find yourself level with the inside of a
And I still have
horn.
my hunter's mark on it.
Hunter's mark still on it. D6,
Oh,
absolutely.
I should have 10 on
Sorry,
this. 18 damage?
18 additional points of damage. That is 78 total that is taken. The arrow flies into the center. You just get... It's starting to crackle and sizzle with energy. It's taken 78 collective points of damage. Make another attack roll.
And another one.
Still advantage, yep.
Another 30.
30 hits. Fucking Dracoid's armor class is 25. What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Au contraire, what is wrong with you?
Fair. I did give her the +2 weapon.
13.
13 damage.
Is
Your
it
second
+3?
shot just... A sort of like black void of sickening dark energy erupts in a 20-foot sphere. So the Harpers are barely on the outside of it. They put up shielding magic to block most of it. They managed to stop it. They were able to get out of the way, and Leosin rolls behind the defensive wall and just puts on the defensive stance to like get away from the pressure. And then eventually just kind of... However, I am going to need you to make an acrobatics check to gain control of the broom, which is getting sucked in by vacuum force.
Do I get advantage on it?
You got advantage on the attack rolls, but you're not getting it on the skill
That's
check.
fine. Had to try.
Acrobatics with the broom.
Acrobatics?
It was worth a
yep.
shot.
You can't use athletics?
Nope. Athletics is for like climbing each other. You're trying to you're trying to perform some sort of tumbling maneuver in midair.
21.
21? Okay. Yeah, you manage to you kind of get pulled a little bit closer, but you manage to bank away and kind of put yourself a little bit off to the side, like it kind of sucks you in and you kind of pull yourself outwards. You are flying now 30 feet in the air above Sven, a little closer to the battlefield, but as the suction banks back in, the Drakhorn is now just a pile of sparking, necrotic black dust on the ground. And the dragons in the air around you just screech out in agony and anguish as the Drakhorn is destroyed and their power silenced.
And who's the next strongest looking guy on the field?
Me?
This guy? Anyway.
That guy, yeah. Oh, make a perception check.
Would it be the motherfucker named Rath Modar?
8.
8. He looks like a big, tall, red wizard, but you can't make out his features too particularly well from where he's hiding.
I'm gonna move my hunter's mark onto him.
And he re-diverts his attention towards Fern.
Okay.
Fuck. All right. Following that, it is... That was Holly's move, so it's going to be Callista's turn.
Okay, everybody. Now that nonsense is over.
Rock your body. Yeah.
Rock your body. Did I miss it?
The streets back.
Alright. We did it, guys.
Well, Calista is going to continue marching forwards, and she's going to command her forces to all move forwards as well. The Harpers have taken control of the higher ground,
So get to the edge and begin drawing ranged weapons and charging distance spells.
exactly my idea. Perfect.
You took the idea right out of my mouth.
She's gonna use her action to, play a morale boosting. No fuck it. She's gonna fire laser beams because she's got
Pew pew.
240 range.
Freaking laser.
Pew-pews. Anything that you fire at this point is going to have total cover, +5.
I have spell sniper. Doesn't
Oh,
it?
then
Ignores cover.
it ignores, does it ignore total cover, or does it just ignore regular cover?
Probably 3/4.
I mean, and they have to be visible. But
Yeah, like they're
sniper-
visible, but you have to maneuver around a lot.
One sec.
Make your attack roll, because all it will do is affect their armor class. You can go ahead and make your attack. And you're aiming at what, like this one? Because this one you wouldn't be able to see all. So probably only this guy or like any of those.
Yeah, just the dude's straight ahead. So,
Okay.
what does it say?
Spell sniper.
Your ranged attack, spell attack,
Ignore
half and
quarter,
3/4.
They have total cover. Yep. So they're getting a +5 to their armor class.
Bark.
Ferk. Still get your 3 attacks. And then after that, I believe we have Lem has.
Can you behave?
Wait,
No.
did Unity go this round? Yeah, Unity ran, right?
No, we start off with Calista.
Oh, you're okay. That's fine. You can have that happen instead.
I mean, she's only gonna just run, so.
Unity's gonna run. I can run. I can move her for you. That's fine. 90.
That's how I get all the boys.
Alright, so we're starting with a 18, a 25,
And a crit.
Wow.
18 and
You will
25
not have to
crit.
roll for that crit. An 18 will miss. A 25 will hit, and the crit will clearly hit.
Actually, let me just make sure it is plus 9. Does a 19 hit? It's a plus 10.
A 19 does not hit. They have 15 armor.
Oh, right, 'cause it adds 5,
plus the
right.
total cover. Yep. So they have 20 armor class against your eldritch blast. So one of them will instantly die. The other attack against the cultist can go ahead and go off.
9 damage.
9 against the cultist, that is enough. One of your eldritch blasts falls short and kind of like singes against the ground, but the other 2 arc upwards and around Raffi on either side and pincer into the 2 soldiers right in front of Asher, and they just kind of are blown to the ground and like tumble over the bridge and towards the lava. And they are done.
Skittish.
And Callista's gonna move or not?
Yes.
Okay. Move upward 30.
30 feet.
Yep.
You moved her forward 90?
I moved her forward 90, correct.
Sick.
So Unity is also the guy. It's Lem's turn.
She's...
I'm just gonna dash forward.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, Lem's.
She's gonna
yep,
run up
60.
the wall and grab onto my broom.
Lem's.
As soon as that would be, that
Devil Army is now
obvious.
gone. Yep. The Devil Army is now removed from battle, but the Drakhorn is no more.
Did their job.
Yep. So Lem is mobilizing. Lem runs up. Sounds good.
Are you trying to do something with Unity?
Not yet.
Wait, does Eldritch Blast have 120?
120 foot regular range.
120 base.
Are any of those mooks in range at 120?
10.
That's 110, so both of them.
Okay, I'm just gonna fire Eldritch Blast at them.
Sure. You get 3 rays. Attack, attack, attack. Eldritch Blade.
Ouch.
Nope. Ooh, 1 miss.
Ouch.
Probably not.
You have partial cover. They have partial cover.
Yeah,
You're
that's not
just
gonna
fighting through Raffi. Yep.
And then
That'll hit.
Yeah, that's a spell attack?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a 24.
Oh yeah, that hits. You managed to get one of them.
Okay. D10?
Yep, absolutely.
The help action doesn't help him with that at all?
4 damage.
No, I don't think
Just
so.
damage.
Just wanted to make sure, that's all.
Just damage?
Yeah, just damage.
Just
4
trying to
damage.
make sure we get as much advantage as we can.
One of the cultist's arms are singed and he grimaces in pain as your other two blasts kind of strike wide and blast into like stone structures on the battlefield. After that, it comes around to my first person. So Melisana, who has already acted and sent her soldiers forward, they're going to hold the high ground and begin assisting with ranged attacks, which I've already rolled for. The Harpers, soldiers of Waterdeep, and Senora Haddad of the other soldiers, the mages of the Arcane Brotherhood, are going to come through, and they're just going to kind of like march up with the rest of the soldiers. These groups are going to fire down. I managed to get a total of a 15, so they managed to do some small amount of damage, but return fire is aimed at them, and some of the soldiers are hurt. The armies of Melisana's Waterdeep army is not quite beyond damaged, but they have taken a few more scrapes, and only a couple of lone soldiers with bows remain on that side. Simple mercenaries. The vanguard here is now officially crippled. Okay, after that, it goes to Sven's turn.
Svenifer.
Sven is not quite close enough to anybody on the battlefield yet.
No. But I'll...
Oh, I was like, he's like close to us.
30 feet.
That's dumb.
So yeah, you can go 60 if you want and use your whole turn to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. So you rush up closer to the edge of the battlefield. Okay, that happens. There is. Oh, you're like so far back. What is it? What is he to do?
What if we rotated the entire board so the half that you're manipulating is closer to you?
No, that's totally fine because I don't want to move the board too much.
Are you sure? Because we can flip it.
Or alternatively, we flip people.
No, I'm just gonna come around. It's fine. It'll be okay. Okay, so following that,
And move your
it
drink,
goes
and you can
around
slide over.
from Sven's turn to Rappy's turn.
I can't move too much. I'm gonna.
Rappy and his army's turn, I should say.
Rappy!
Rappy's armies
That's
are
fine.
pretty heavily damaged.
That's fine. We're not in it for the video anyway.
I am. That's fucking beautiful.
There you go. There you go, baby. All right. I'm Rappy.
Hey, baby! Rappy's turn. He's a little behind at the moment. You've cleared up, like, I think at this point, like about 200 enemies. Like,
Yeah.
you guys have done work.
Rappy isn't really close to anyone,
No, he's right here.
so he's gonna dash 60 feet.
Yep.
And that'll be his turn for right now.
How are his soldiers going to move?
He's going to...
You've got crippled giants. You've got the elves of the Misty Forest, which are still doing really well, that are moving up behind with you. And then the Emerald Enclave is behind, kind of like slowly piling up. Some of them are up here assisting. They've kind of scattered the battlefield.
Emerald Enclave, fucking get your shit together. You're supposed to be like right here.
They're gonna start. They're gonna start like fully dashing. A bunch of them will cast Long Strider on themselves and run the rest of the distance.
Giants, gather your bearings and kind of go with them in the same place.
Okay, so the giants are going to group up with them. Your armies kind of group up into one, no longer engaging with the enemies, and so no longer suffering close range damage.
Except for the ones
Misty
who are
Forest?
doing really well.
Yep, they can kind of move up and move with Rappy at this time because they're keeping pace with him. And Kellen's dad is like right behind you.
Okay.
Your whole army moves up and you're going to start fighting? Yeah, Virian. Virian is right behind you. Sorry. They're still really good and they're fighting a crippled force, so that's going to be advantage plus Rappy's charisma.
1.
Wow. That's a 9 plus 3 for close range
Do
combat.
they get
so that's gonna be
advantage
a
from
12.
advantage? Never mind. That's stupid. I was like, does Kuramaru help them?
The Misty Forest elves come up and manage to
It's a
get some
bonus 10,
damage on
that's all
these
I
guys.
asked for.
Virian managed to take a couple of scrapes from a soldier. He's like trying to defend you and manages to get himself hurt pretty badly.
Are you fucking kidding?
Some of them in the back, they cast one centaur druid like comes around here and then just casts Thorn
Force
Whip
kick someone in the
and
fucking
Thorn
face.
Whips the guy into the lava,
Rip.
melting that guy down. And that group is now heavily crippled. They're down to their last legs, but a couple of stray arrows come and pincer some of the Misty Forest elves. Sorry, it wasn't a centaur druid, it was an elven druid. This is not gonna work. But a number of mages get shot down by attacks. Some like vials of alchemist fire go up and light up some of their like bark skin defenses and some of their like weapons. And you see a number of your soldiers finally succumb to damage. The Misty Forest elves are now damaged. Okay, and then your other groups shore up and become one collective defensive force.
Yeah.
The Giants and the Emerald Enclave.
I want them to like plug that mouth opening and like see if maybe the Emerald Enclave can kind of heal some of the giants.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They have proficient in healing spells. Make rolls. They don't have advantage on this, but they will get Rappy's charisma as well as a +4. They managed to do some minor healing, salving the injuries of some of the giants, but the ones that are down are down. They're not able to pick anybody up.
I was more like talking about
Well, yeah, no one's
strengths,
unconscious.
not
Yeah,
reviving anyone.
Yeah, they give your group a little bit of a boost and help them out with some minor healing, but their injuries are still pretty decent.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for Rappy's move. It now comes around to Callista, who already went. So we'll jump ahead to Gath.
All right.
Unity, you mean?
What?
Yeah, you will Unity moved, right?
Yeah.
That was it. So you're good?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Unity and Callista have already gone. Yeah, so we did you double, so I just...
Okay. Get's going to have the Flaming Fists just
Ballista fire?
ballista fire on him.
And not miss.
Not fuck
With
it up.
all of the others helping up there, plus the fact that they like redoubled their efforts, I'm going to give them advantage on this one. They're adding Get's charisma +3, and they also get a +3 on this as well, so a total of +6. 18 plus 6 is 24. Ballista
buff some kids up.
ring out and strike down at this section of the battlefield. I'm gonna take these, thank you very much.
Carefully, Kobe. Yeet.
Carefully, Kobe yeet.
Yeah. 21 points of damage to a collective group of them. These two that were already hit by the insect plague are like ballista arrows pierce them right in the chest and they're blown backwards. These guys like roll out of the way, but like stone is kicked up and volcanic ash slaps against them. Like one of the things like
That it
splashes
slaps.
into the magma and the magma comes up and they have to like scrape it off their arm as their arm starts burning. These two are heavily damaged by the ballista barrage. This guy also, a ballista comes down, he quickly throws up a shield to defend himself and it slams against it. The shield shatters and he holds the ballista bats down, but you can see his whole body like tense up and he grimaces in pain as the ballista strikes against his magical
You mean
shield.
not
He is
Rathmagard?
going to take that. A red wizard who looks intimidating. Yeah, none of you
Not
would recognize
Rathmagard.
him. Oh,
It's the
where are you?
anti-mode.
I mean,
You're moving up?
Geth is moving up. Geth is moving towards the bridge.
Geth moving towards the bridge? Okay. So
Yes,
you'd be
because
like-
that is how you can get closer to people.
True. Geth, make a perception check.
Ooh, how far is Geth's,
No.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Yeah, he looks like a red wizard. He's like, this guy's kind of a dick.
I'm gonna have to hit that guy.
Well, we saw him in the dream world.
Geth, what is your movement?
30.
Oh,
It's not good.
so I was debating whether or not Kuramaru was gonna like duck between your legs and ride you over the bridge.
Fork. Okay, so following Geth's turn, it comes back around to our dear friend Luciana, who is going to just dash Geth here. That's it. Because I don't really have much else to do at this point, and I'm trying to conserve my side points because I already used a third of them.
Take that.
Nice.
I really shouldn't be using anymore. I'm just gonna run. We've got this. It's fine. I'm just gonna take a breather. Okay. After that, it comes back around to, I believe, Fernier's turn now.
Do I still have the insect plague going or
He
not?
got
The
dismissed.
insect plague was
Oh,
dispelled. Yep.
However, It does not mean you are out of options.
That's true.
We're trying to avoid ants, so
Are there any
can you
trees?
rinse the cans out before you toss them?
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
There are no trees in the area, save for a very small tree that was raised right there. That's the only tree currently around. There is a Trent that was moving around and serving as a movable tree, but he is now awake and therefore cannot be used as a tree.
However, you can do things like cast insect plague again,
That is true.
Oh, yes, I can.
or you could
No, I
turn into a
can't.
giant ape.
I'm trying to avoid 8.
Trying to use your spells first and then 8 later.
Yeah.
That seems
I'm
pretty
gonna
reasonable.
insect plague the douchebag.
This guy?
Douchebag.
I mean, his cover doesn't help him at all against the swarm of bees everywhere around him. You center it on him, it gets this guy as well.
Alright.
Yep, just on the edge.
Of glory.
He won't take any damage if he moves to the left out of it, but he will take the initial damage.
Okay.
So they're going to make saving throws. Red Wizard, soldiers. What's your spell save?
How's your kidney stone?
Better, I took a
16.
I took a
Okay,
pill
both
for
of
it.
them will take half damage. Roll
Okay.
40.
Was it?
They kind of are
Was it,
prepared for the
was it
bees.
pain pill?
4d10.
Yeah.
They're prepared for the bees.
7.
Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just kidding.
15.
Yep.
18. 18.
And
So
9. There's only 3d10, sorry.
8.
18 plus.
26, so 13.
Yep.
Is
So
he
yeah,
pissed?
so each of them are going to take 13 points of damage. Those guys are like swatting away at the bees, but he's kind of covering this time. The bees kind of surround him this time, and he looks just like absolutely furious.
I'll blow him.
You're gonna suffer his wrath,
Modar.
Mordar.
Technically, none of you identified him yet.
That's
Anyway,
fine.
I should have had advantage.
and then
on
is
that.
Furnir moving?
Yes.
Okay, so you're just going to move up as far as you can?
Yep.
Sounds good. After that, it goes to Asher's turn.
And
My boy!
My son!
let's go. Let's go.
What's his best?
His time. It'll be years before you can step to me, challenge me.
Oh, I forgot about that.
What do you forget about?
That Asher can fly?
That he can fly.
Yep.
Asher's gonna fucking fly 40 feet.
Whoosh.
Phoenix wings are up from your back and you land right on the edge of the bridge. All of these elite dragon mages sort of like stand there with their weapons drawn, seizing orbs of draconic energy sizzling in their hands and they go and ring.
Not much else you could fucking do from here.
Then just bide your time. The time to strike will be next turn.
Could I?
And how?
Yeah, I guess so. I was gonna say, if I wanted him to dash, could he still fly like 40 more feet?
Let me read the eagle ability real quick.
Your movement speed becomes your fly speed per turn.
While raging, you have a fly speed equal to your current walking speed. If you end your turn in the air, you start to fall with nothing holds you up. So you're kind of banking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your fly speed becomes, so if you dash, you fly 80 feet to the 40.
Okay, then yeah, I'm just gonna go right up to the guy on the other side.
You land right there. You fly right across the lava, and there's like, like immediately.
Can I try and like bonus action do an intimidation check?
Yeah, make an intimidation roll.
Surprise, motherfucker. I mean, shit. Surprise, motherfucker.
Okay.
You rolled more than a 1, right?
Yeah, it was an 18 plus 5.
Sweet. They got a 7. So you land there and just like fire erupts out from you, and there's like, and they're sort of stumbled back. They look like they're like shot.